Awesome. Let's start today's call. So the first agenda item is about the implementation needs for different projects. Thanks for joining our call, Stephen and Florida and Derek. I think I just want to get like some feedback from you guys in terms of mUzima testing as well as mUzima implementations. We just want to get a sense how things are going, and if you guys encounter any issues or roadblocks or have any suggestions how we can improve or do better, this would be the best time to share with us. Maybe Derek, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can take up.
Sure. So in terms of LAC project, how are things going?
So far, I would say everything is working up well. Why the reason why I say that everything is going on well is because what has happened is that we've had enough time all together working with CHVs all together. That's by having home visits together with the LAC team, and we found out that maybe anything that maybe was not clear to the CHVs by then, we've been in a position at least to correct that. That means by that maybe if one CHW while in the process of using the devices misses something, then we've been correcting that right away. And so far, I would say, as per last week Friday, when we did the last the last follow up and home visits with the CHWs in the field, we okay. We okay, and we say that for Mosoriot, it's done, and that's okay. That's one. For what's happening is that we are going to now start rolling out in Turbo for the community users in Turbo, and that's gonna start last week because what is happening, part of last week and this week, the activities that we're doing is called process evaluation, which is done on all on the usual arm care and the paper-based care, which are the two arms, the other two arms, apart from the smartphone arm that we are working on. So we've done process evaluation, and during this particular process evaluation, I think it's like a usability testing questionnaire for the two other arms. So I find it working because we are meeting the CHWs, trying to find out exactly then that are they really delivering what is supposed, and are they like educating these particular patients about what exactly needs to be told. We are finding that it's working good, and they are able to use the devices. That gives me an okay to say that maybe, yeah, for a LAC rollout, it's a success. Yeah.
I just want to make sure I capture correctly. So you LAC project has already rolled out the mobile arm in Masoriot and is ongoing?
Yeah, Mosoriot. Yeah, we've rolled out in Mosoriot.
Okay, so it's ongoing, and you guys have clarified any questions during the home visits with the CHV, so things are working properly?
Sure, things at the moment are working perfectly, and if definitely there were anything, we could have come back to you, but when you see EDAs not coming back to you, then things are working good. However much we are not saying it, sorry.
Okay, cool. So I think it's good to hear, but I think next step is just to do like a weekly query
Yes.
with the database, just to make sure that the forms are actually processed and inserted into the database correctly, and then so that we can also do like a weekly update in terms of how many log forms has been inserted into the database successfully for each type of the forms. Yeah. I think that will be very helpful just in case, kind of get a wiki snapshot so that in case something look questionable, we can catch the issues immediately.
That's okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just a clarification. Sorry.
Go ahead.
We always ask the different projects using mUzima to be sending us a monthly report on the forms if they have any other issues. Is that supposed to be done differently with this weekly one that you're now
Yeah,
requesting should be
I would.
sending?
Yeah, Stephen, good question. So I would like each project team when they use mUzima, it would be good to do like a weekly count, on a weekly basis or something like that, just to see the trend of the forms, whether it makes sense or not. The number of forms has been
Okay.
sent to the server successfully. And then we also need to look at the error queue to make sure that they're not get stuck over there. If they're stuck over there, what are the issues so that we can address in a timely manner.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we just want to be more proactive.
I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. In terms of those queries, it would be good for you guys to give a try. If you guys need help, feel free to ping us and then we can help you.
Thanks.
I think it's important for us to do like a weekly monitoring instead of like a monthly, but then it's good to include on the monthly report, Stephen.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome. Is Lawrence there?
Let me try to see if I can get him over the phone.
Okay. Because I know that he has some concerns for the CDM rollout.
I think Lawrence is not joining.
Oh, okay. He's not? Okay.
Yeah, he went to the field and I think he's stuck over there. Actually, he sent an apology.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, maybe I can say something to do with the CDM.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say also that is going very well. I noticed just a few challenges, and I was planning to visit Savai to maybe try this. When you look at one of the cohorts, like a cohort from Turbo, I tried to download this particular cohort, and the cohort could not downloaded an empty list of patients. There was no patient listed on the cohort. And when I tried to access the MRS production on the browser, I could get an error of the same cohort. I got an error that says OpenMRS failed marshalling, something of the sort. I can reproduce the error message while trying to look at this list of patients on that specific cohort. So I don't know whether that error also like is the one that causes the patients not to be downloaded from the server. I don't know. Still to investigate that with Survive maybe after this, because I just left the field to come over for this call at the moment. So I think after this we can be able, and I can circulate the error, the whole team, or as the call continues.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine, Derek. Maybe can you remember the name of that specific cohort?
Turbo, CDM Turbo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I will have a look and then maybe we can meet, like you said, after this.
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks, Simon. So, Derek, except that one, any other challenges?
No, that's all I have for CDM. Yeah. The other challenges are just here, maybe challenges with the RSP offices here in delivering maybe bundles, but we're sorting that.
I also read the report from the lab team saying that they have some issues with the device management security app. Is it correct, or is actually the issues are caused by the expired SIM card?
No, the device management system, I would say it's not yet ready, because according to me, the deliverables of the system are not met yet. And that is copied on ticket 65, CDMed 65, and CDMed 118. Yeah, if you can check those tickets, I think you'll be able to find. It's not yet ready yet to like roll out in the field. Yeah.
Okay. I think the CDS team has been testing with the device management and security app as well. Florida, do you have anything to share on that piece?
Yeah, they have also shared on the same ticket, and the same error they come all across is the same error I'm also getting.
So is it correct that we are not actually registering the devices for the study?
Yeah, we are not yet. We are not yet. What we are only using to restrict the users to access other applications, we are using an APK called Lockdown Pro that locks applications that one is not supposed to use. The only system admin by using an authenticated password. Yeah.
But still, after testing, it can't work actually because you cannot lock device, you cannot unlock. At the same time, you cannot wipe data. So still, it is a big challenge on that side. At the same time, you see, if you insert a new SIM card, it can't really lock that SIM. I think the way it's supposed to work is that when you put a new SIM card, that is when now it can really lock you out. But it can't work. It really has a lot of challenges. Still, it is not working. That DMS.
Okay. I actually haven't tested on that app myself. Maybe I will try to be committed to do it next week. And then just to list out all the expected behaviors and then what the current behaviors are, and we can arrange a call with Sam and then just to go through the list. Would that be helpful?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I think like sometimes it's just good just to stop and say that, hey, what are the expected behaviors, and then what as of now, and then but they are not really working as it is, because some of the feature might not be there, but then we expect it's supposed to be there. I just want him to help us to clarify which one is which, so that it's just less frustration for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just mark it down. Okay. So okay. Florida, do you want to share other testing experience from your team?
Yeah, we have challenges. Actually, we've been testing tickets, and some tickets we were able to test. And the major challenge that we have is about the DMS, which is not actually working, because when you register a device, you are able really to register a device successfully to the server. But when you delete that device on the server and then you register, then you are not able to view the device on the devices list. So that is a challenge which is on DMS. And then the challenge that I've talked earlier about the unlocking and wiping of data, it is not actually working. And then another challenge that we have on DMS side is that when you are installing DMS, before you finish the process of installing, then devices locks you out and asks for the password. So it is really a challenge on the user side because it always asks for the password.
Okay.
Then at the same time, when you register again this device, it can't show you the purchase date. I thought it was supposed actually to pick the automatic date of registering that device, but it just updates the date. It gives you a different date from the date you are registering the device. And also with the SIM card, if you change, it just accepts. It can't log you out. So those are the challenges that we have on the DMS right now.
Okay.
And we were able actually to test the tickets because we have some tickets that's still pending, which we really advise. For example, we have a ticket 93, which I think it belongs to the programmers. And also we wanted some clarification from Sam Bugwa on ticket 209, which actually says that you should not register a device without a registration key. So on our side, we were really confused because we cannot differentiate between the registration key and the unique ID on the device. So actually, we needed some clarification on that. So that's actually a challenge that we have right now.
Yeah, I think maybe we can. I think we can arrange a session for Sam just to do a demo for us. What are the proper ways, and the behaviors to be, and then just to point out which one actually not currently working, and then which features should come later. I think that would help a lot with a lot of confusions.
Yeah.
This is all about the device management security piece, right? Yeah. Cool. How about for the mUzima app? Any feedback on that one for testing?
Sorry?
No, I'm just asking for the
any problem with mUzima.
Yeah, the feedback from.
Yeah, I don't think I'm saying I don't. We have any problem with the application. I don't know right now. We've not seen anything.
Okay, good.
Any on that.
Great. Yeah. Even sometimes when you do testing and then for the tickets and then it looks, it works, it shows the correct behavior, that's great. But if you can think of some idea suggestions that maybe additional feature, how it might help to make the apps better, like a better user experience, just file a ticket and let us know, and then we can look at those and triage the ticket.
Okay.
For new ideas, yeah. So let me just go back here. Sridhar and Wayne, just want to let you know, before you guys join, Derek just gave us a brief update on the mUzima rollout for LAC and CDM. It has been rolled out for one implementation site, Masoriot, and things are working well. And because Derek and the team spent time with the CHV doing the actual home visits and then clarify any questions for the CHV. So that's why it helps a lot to avoid any confusions. They plan to roll out in Turbo for the mobile arm. And then for the CDM, there has one challenge on the cohort for Turbo that when they download, there's no client, and then there's some error message on the server side. And Simon is going to help to work with Derek to see what the problem is. And then Florida just gave us the challenges that she and her team experienced from testing the device management security app. And as we agree, we should spend some time for the next week just to, especially try to test it out, and then maybe arrange a time for Sam to join one of our calls and show us what the proper way to do, and then clarify some of the questions for the team, because it might not be that obvious for some of us. I think that's pretty much what we talk about. And Stephen, do you want to share any things from your side?
No, and I just want to just
Go ahead,
thank for recapping all of that for us. Is there anything specific that you wanted me to talk about? I'm just checking.
No. I just want to give you an update so that, because sometimes no news can mean anything. So as I told you, sometimes when there's no news, I get nervous. I don't know whether it's good or not. So sounds like it's moving on. It's doing well for the team. So it's a good news for us. That means that you guys have done a wonderful job. That's what I want to say. Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
So
Ed, just a brief.
Stephen?
Yeah. So I had a brief meeting with the oncology yesterday, and I can also speak on behalf of them.
Okay.
They're also doing well. They don't have any challenges. So far, the VIA form have been successfully submitted to the production. Right now, it stands at 17. So they say they don't have any issues right now with the mUzima app. Yeah.
Okay, do you just a question? Do you think they actually using it regularly?
Any what? Sorry.
Do they actually using mUzima regularly for their program? Because at one point I thought that like there might be a stop or something like that. I just want to make sure maybe I misunderstood or something like that.
What I know is for the VIA form that is in mUzima, that's the form that currently they're using, and they've been submitting their data directly to production without any issues. Yeah, so I think they're cool.
Awesome. So, Stephen, maybe I will hold you accountable for one task, is to work with each program to ask them which form they have been using for implementations. And then you and I come up with some queries and just to do like a weekly report or monthly report, something like that, just for each of the encounters and observations so that it can be included on the monthly report.
Excellent. Sure.
So you let me know which form they use for implementation, and then you and I can just come up with the report.
Perfect. I'll get back to you.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Win and Shrita, do you have or Simon, do you have questions for the implementation team or any concerns? I think it would be a good time since everyone's on right now.
Nothing for me either.
Okay, thanks, Win.
Nothing for me as well right now.
Thanks for that. How about you, Simon?
I have no question, but just to mention, maybe to let Derek to know, maybe the scheduler task on the Lux server needs to be restarted, because I saw there is some data on queue data that is not yet processed, and some of the data is as old as it was submitted early this month. So I see the scheduler task is running, but no data is being processed. So maybe it only needs restarting the scheduler task. Other than that, I have no questions.
Well noted.
Right. Yeah, that's why I think sometimes the weekly report really help just to check any issues, like small issues like that. Thanks, Simon. And Simon, do you have other comments and feedbacks in terms of like, I know that you've been working closely with the implementation team on the ground. Is there any suggestions that you can think of how we can improve the relationship or the to improve the efficiencies in terms of like communications or feedback and things like that?
Okay, not really. What I think is just to let the team know, like what you told Stephen, maybe they should be channeling any challenges or any success stories through him, so that we can get an update of what is happening on the ground. Yeah, but so far I believe everything is good. And to confirm that, yesterday I met Grievin. He's actually using mUzima. They're working using the latest APK. They have no issues so far. It's something that they had a small issue. I think they were not able to search patients on production server while they could do it on the cloud server. So I thought it's something related to the Ampart server, which I'm going to help test. But so far, I think everything's fine.
Great. Thanks, Simon. So, anyone have any more comments and feedback before we move into looking into some of the existing tickets? Sounds like a no. So, do you guys see my screen? Okay, cool.
I can see.
Cool. So I just want to go through some of the tickets that has been, some activities but not being closed. I just want to make sure like we are on the same page. And Sridhar, thanks for updating these tickets. That it needs to use a different location test form in order to test the behavior. In addition to apply the commit the changes to the APK. So I think the next step is Win is going to review the and then before he can commit to the APK, and then we can do testing. Is that correct, Sridhar and Win?
Okay.
Yeah, cool. And then this next one I want to talk about is mUzima 93. Retire instead of void in the form definition table. So what I noticed that is working properly. This ticket has been fixed already, but I do notice one observation is that when a mUzima form is retired, the retire column is marked as 1, but then the columns for retire by and the retire date node, I don't think it's the correct behavior on that. So I chatted with Win briefly yesterday, and he also thinks that it's not. It should be filled by the. There should be some information filled for the retire by and the date retire columns, and so it's likely to be another. Does everyone agree that we should create a different tickets for this issue? Okay, thanks, Sridhar. Okay, so maybe Sridhar, you can look at it and put a comment, and then we can move from there. So the next one is mUzima 122, add preference for real-time synchronization under setting.
Right.
So yeah, go ahead.
One. Actually, I spent time retesting this today, and I don't know if we are testing the same way because I'm not able to see the error that you're seeing. So I was just wondering if we could do a short call maybe later because I don't want to hold up the call right now.
Okay, sure.
And, tell me what the problem is, and then I'll take a look at it because I remember testing this and it seemed to work fine. And also I tested it today and I couldn't see the error happening. But maybe I'm missing how you're testing.
Yeah, so what I did was that I just have the real-time up, have the feature turned on under settings, and then I fill out a form data and save as a complete form data. It does show the message pop out say real-time upload of form data successful. However, the particular form data I fill out is still being shown under the tab of complete form data. I thought that since it's already successfully submitted to the server, that it should not be appear under that tab anymore. Is that the correct behavior, or I misunderstand the behavior?
No, you have sorry.
Uh-huh.
You did see that message that says form successful. Then you shouldn't. You shouldn't be seeing the form in the tab again.
Okay, so let me try to reinstall the APK again, and try to test this ticket again, just to make sure that it wasn't because of the server issue. Because yesterday I did run into some the test mUzima test server in the cloud. It was done and something like that. So let me just retest it. It's not that issue that caused this problem. and then I would post another comment.
Sure.
Thanks.
Actually, I think it'll be more useful if we could get on a call like sometime later and you could share.
Okay.
Oh, are you using a Mac device, right?
Say it one more time.
1 second. Is my voice echoing?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Um,
Hey, Srita, were you saying something? Okay, I think we can, let's just move on. If Srita have more comment, we can come back. The next one is pretty similar to the previous one, but this one is a preferred Encanto provider under settings. I tested it again, and I still encountered the same issue that I reported earlier. The default Encanto provider information actually got inserted into the wrong field. Instead of like inserting the provider name to the provider name field, it inserted to the system ID field, and so that's why I changed the status to this ticket to in progress, because I think it needs to make some changes. I don't know if other people got a chance to test on this one. I think Florida, you also tested it, and last time saying that's not working as well. So let's see here. Okay, Florida, do you have comments on this one?
I think for now I don't have any comment, but we will test. We will retest again.
Okay, cool. So next one is 251. Yeah, I think this was a question. I think I tested it and it works. But I think my question is like whether we should have. I think Sweeter. I think like we need to ask the clarification from Win about the auto complete part to the mUzima.js, right?
right.
So Win, can we do the refactoring?
Yeah, I think we can move the autocomplete to mUzima JS because I think that's generic enough.
Yeah, because it becomes the core, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the expected behavior for every form. Yeah, because my concern is that I don't want all this validation are done on each form. It should be included in the core.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So cool. Okay, this one, Shrita has fixed that, and Win can review and include the APK, and then we can do testing after that. So actually, those are the tickets I would like to talk about today. Is there any particular ticket that you guys would like to discuss as well? I'm not going to talk about the device management security tickets because I think because I haven't really spent time on doing testing myself and I'm not very familiar with them, and it seems like it's further already mentioned they have encountered a few challenges, and we can spend next week trying to document and do more testing, I mean, for myself, before we reach out to Sam for another call. Except those, is there any particular tickets that you guys would like to talk about? Silence. Okay, cool.
Nothing from me.
Okay. So if we don't have, is there any other item you guys want to talk about, or we should say that that's it for today's call. We have a short call.
Yay, short call.
Woohoo! You have 20 minutes. Okie dokie. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate everyone's hard work. I know it's difficult for developers, also difficult for the implementers, and thanks for working closely together. And especially big thanks to Simon, try to connect the dots for us. We really appreciate that, Simon.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Eda.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Farada and Stephen. Thanks for joining. Bye, guys.